Welcome back to the channel. We are on another Transformers hunt today, and as you can see by the outside of JB Hi-Fi, it is Easter weekend. We kick off our Easter egg hunt today looking through JB Hi-Fi. I can see they've still got the YOLO Park model kits. You know, JB Hi-Fi started stocking Transformers at last year. I was kind of excited at the time, but they never really got very much. And since we're already at the Manukau Mall, we'll head into Farmers now. They did have a 30% sale ongoing this weekend for Easter, which is pretty cool. First time seeing the Blockies Defenders in Farmers, that's actually surprising. Classic class as well. You've got the classic Shelf Warmer Red Alert there. I think he's going to be around for a good little while. KSI Widow. Of course, still plenty of Dark the Moon Wheeljack. We've got some of the older Galaxy version Blockies, and then coming down here, Constructicon 2-pack, as well as Nemesis Prime and Razorclaw. As I'm recording this audio, I actually went and saw the Mario Galaxy movie today. I thought the movie sucked, but Bowser Jr. is kind of cute. And these are pretty cool toys as well. I think if I was a kid, I would be pretty impressed with these toys here. Aren't these brown floors cool? It's like you're looking for toys on a basketball court. I don't know, I like them. Now it has been said the best toys come from Toy World. Let's go inside and see if that's true. Now we've got the same YOLO Park model kits we've been seeing for a while, but most importantly, more than meets the eye collection Hot Rod. First time seeing this one in person, so that's pretty cool. You think we got enough red alerts here? Nice to see Mixmaster for those who haven't completed Devastator yet. And in between a couple of Dark and Moon Wheeljacks, we've got Blastoff. He's still pretty rare to see. We've got Hound as well. Now I've already got that figure, as well as Jazz, another one I've got, so don't need him. Speaking of new exciting, we've got the more than meets the eye collection Battle Damage Optimus here with his gaping Primussy in his chest. I really can't get over that. Soundwave is still pretty hard to find, so cool to see him, Razorclaw, and Big Convoy, who are currently everywhere, so I can't believe how expensive these Motu crossover figures are. 70 bucks. Man-at-Arms Bumblebee is 50% off and still too expensive at 35 bucks. Now, there is a Toy Fair on in Auckland this weekend. I've never been to this event in particular. I actually had no idea if there was going to be anything Transformers related at all here, or it's all going to be a bunch of old little tchotchkes. So come along with me, we'll have a look. And just to spoil it, there were not very many Transformers at this event. That's okay, there was a lot of cool other stuff. I did try to film every single Transformers thing I saw, so just stay tuned and you'll see it all as well. Not Transformers related, but I do love Godzilla 1998. I think I should become a dedicated collector of that film. The paint on this Bumblebee looks extremely toxic to me. This booth also had War for Cybertron Wheeljack, RC, and 6-Gun at the back there. A couple of toys I remember wanting as a kid. I remember looking at this Universe Starscream on eBay as a boy, and also Revenge of the Fallen Ironhide. I remember looking at it in stores. Never had either though. I'm the #1 Ghostbusters hater, so this seems really overpriced. Yes, I know Shockwave. One of the big boys. We've also got this goofy looking Hound here. This seller randomly had 2 Legends class Jetfire for $2 each. If I hadn't bought this figure recently, I would have picked him up. There's Megatron too. If there's one thing I don't know much about, and there's many things I don't, it's these KO G1 figures. They certainly look cool though. I knocked his paper off. Didn't find too much at the Toy Fair, so decided to head over to the Newmarket Mall. Headed into the Lego store, and Jesus Christ, look at the price of these guys. I thought Transformers fans had it rough. Optimus, you're so much shorter in person. To the Farmers in the mall now, we've got plenty of the new Battle Damaged Optimus. Very cool to see those because everything is 30% off for Easter. Plenty of Blockies, that's awesome to see. We've got plenty of Red Alerts, and we got Hound, so nice to see something new as well. And as far as what I'm looking for, we've got Hot Rod and Scourge, so I'll definitely be picking those 2 up today. I just can't, you guys. I just can't handle the gaped Optimus. Now my knowledge of Earthspark is literally 0. I don't know who this dork is, but they got plenty of them on clearance, so if you want them, come get them. Also don't know much about Hot Wheels, but we've got some of them Transformers crossovers in the Hot Wheels section, which I found interesting, so if you're maybe a Hot Wheels fan, you might get exposed to Transformers this way. That's pretty cool. Just got out of Newmarket, got picked up a couple guys here, and even more importantly, there was a lady giving out free drinks, so I got myself a free little energy drink. Pretty cute. Into the Botany Farmers now, where they have the Hot Wheels Transformers guys in the Transformers section. So where's the consistency there? Anyway, I mostly came into the store because it said they had Commander Class Silverbolt still in stock at 30% off. They didn't have him on the shelf, so just have a look over everything they have. It's mostly stuff we've seen before. I mostly left here pretty disappointed because they didn't have him, so, you know, I was inconsolable after this, so no commentary for this bit. Just kidding, I am a professional, so I fought through my tears and came over to the clearance section to show you all of the clearance Transformers, and it's mostly that same guy, so who cares. Over to Toy World, where they do have at least this display box for Silverbolt, but he's too expensive, so Yeah. As I ham-hand my way through this batch of shelf warmers here, I just wanted to thank you guys for your continuous support. I'm always shocked that anyone watches this channel at all, so the fact that anyone does really surprised me, and it's pretty awesome. And they did have the new Hot Rod, Scourge, and Hound reissues, so nice to see them well stocked around the city.
Oh no, it's Outback.
Now, I thought I would leave this toy world empty-handed, but this is my first time seeing any of these retro card figures, so I gotta take this one.
Happy Easter, Xbox.
Alright gang, it is now Easter Monday. I have risen and I am in Tauranga today. I heard that the farmers here, this beautiful farmers we're heading up to now, does have Silverbolt in stock. I actually got here too early, so I had to stand by the door and wait for them to open it. We're in the toy section now, and let's see if my hopes and dreams will come true. First things first, we've got plenty of Mixmaster. Devastation Optimus B127, you'll see those everywhere. Blocky's Galaxy version. We've got Scourge, no Hot Rod, also a War for Cybertron Ratchet, kind of weird. We've got the Constructicons. Let's see. I think we can see them, boys. Come on, come on. There we go. We've got my boy Silverbolt. My Aerialbots finally complete. We've also got Studio Series Thundercracker. Not the easiest guy to find still, but yeah, that Ratchet, that's pretty weird, isn't it? Otherwise, yeah, have a look at the leader class. We've got Nemesis Prime, and we've got Soundwave, so pretty cool to see him as well. He's not the most common either. I just looked it up, and apparently this Ratchet figure came out in 2024. It feels so much older. Anyway, we've also got Scourge here, which is pretty cool to see, but no Hot Rod. And on the end cap, we've got a G2 Grimlock, as well as a G1 Grimlock. And I see here we've got a chance to win a giant chocolate egg. Wow, there it is. The actual giant chocolate egg. Time for a bonus clip back in Hamilton, as Farmers is now calling the toy section the collector zone. That's certainly interesting. But anyway, mostly the same stuff we've seen, but was very well stocked. We've got Nemesis Prime as well as Big Convoy up here. And plenty of the new stuff like the Battle Damaged Optimus, Scourge, Hot Rod. Very well stocked, which is surprising for this Farmers because they're often not. I do think we'll be seeing Gamer Edition Ironhide and Red Alert until the end of time. And here was the highlight for me. Plenty of Blocky's Defender and Galaxy. I don't really know what this shining thing is, but they had the classic class Movieverse stuff, so the Transformers, Dark of the Moon, Bumblebee, and Megatron. $50, so kind of pricey, but they're often on sale here, so I'll probably pick these up at some point. Alright, we're back at home a couple weeks later now. I filmed all of those clips over the Easter holiday. Since then, I've had all this stuff just sitting in boxes, just waiting to be revealed to the YouTube audience, you know, and I finally made some time today, and, you know, I saw that Alfonso Nation has been canceled, so I figured why not try to swoop in and take his illustrious audience, you know. Anyway, first thing I picked up at that toy show was actually Robot Replicas Jazz. Now, this Robot Replicas figure in particular, I've actually seen at the last couple of toy shows I've gone to in Auckland. It seems like the vendor has a couple of these as well as some Robot Heroes. I didn't pick those up, and I also didn't pick up the other Robot Replicas they had, which was the Movie 1 Megatron, because that figure, it just looks horrible. So now, Jazz here, I do like the character design a lot. I was thinking it would be pretty attainable to actually get every officially licensed Jazz figure. There's not that many of them, so that would be pretty cool. Perhaps an attainable goal there. Anyway, yeah, I picked up Robot Replicas Jazz. I do like these Robot Replicas figures. If you go back on my channel, I've made one about the Jetfire and Skids. Yeah, they're pretty cute. I remember when I was a boy looking at Transformers toys in the shelves at the stores, I would always look at these robot replica toys and be like, man, I want those, because for whatever reason, when I was a kid, I've mentioned this before on the channel, I didn't actually buy Transformers, I just liked Transformers media. I would also watch some of the classic Transformers YouTubers as well. So I was very much aware of Transformers that were coming out, but I just didn't buy any. But I always wanted robot replicas. Now, I didn't have any of those either. But anyway, making my boyhood dreams come true a little bit with Jazz. He was cheap. I went to the toy show. I wanted to get something, so I got him. And as you would have seen, I also picked up Scourge and Hot Rod, a couple of Studio Series reissues. I didn't have the original figures for these. When these came out, I wasn't buying G1 style figures, and I especially wasn't buying G1 versions of characters from Season 3 onwards. I had never really watched it. Now that I've watched it and enjoyed it, yeah, I'm getting more interested in these characters, and I think these are pretty cool figures, you know. I like that Scourge has facial hair. I like any Transformer with facial hair, you know. So that's always pretty cool. And Hot Rod, you gotta have Hot Rod. I do have the Kingdom Rodimus. I picked that up cheap, used, maybe a year back. I think this is a better figure. That one has kind of a weird old man face, so this will go pretty well with my other Studio Series 86 figures and similar G1 style modern figures I've been picking up. And yeah, some cool additions there, 30% off. You can't beat that. I've been seeing a lot of these guys since then, so it seems like they'll probably be around for a while, potentially shelf warming. But time will tell there, but you know, I've got them for now and I'm happy to have them. Now, I was pretty disappointed right after I walked out of Farmers and I couldn't find Silverbolt, so I was really happy to see Outback in Toy World. Now, this was the first time I had seen any of these retro carded figures. These might be shelf warmers where you are, but here I had never seen any of them at all, so it was really cool just to see it in stores. I love these G1 style mini bots that have come out recently in Studio Series 86 and Legacy line. They're just so much fun to play with, even though they're pretty tiny. For the price you're paying. You can see there I paid 40 bucks for this dude. Pretty tiny figures, but they're really fun to play with. These are some of the figures I go back to and transform the most. You know, Gears, Brawn, Cosmos. This is the ones I've got now, and I'm eager to get more of them. I got to pick up Beachcomber at some point, but I haven't seen him at all here, so I might have to import that one. But anyway, happy to have Outback. I can do a bad Australian accent, and I can enjoy messing with them and looking at this very cool artwork here, so pretty cool to see him. Finally, we've got Silverbolt. I've needed him to complete my Aerialbots and build Superion for a while. I actually like Silverbolt more than most of the Aerialbots, or maybe more than most people like them. I see a lot of people say the Aerialbots are boring. I mean, he's kind of, you know, he's afraid to fly, he's a Concorde, he's got things going for him that the other Aerialbots, who are boring, do not. So I'm a fan of Silverbolt. I think he's got a pretty cool head there as well, very square. I like a nice square head on a guy. It'd be nice to get him with all of his buddies and make Superion, who I've heard is pretty cool, and he's gonna look pretty cool next to, who do I have now? I have Devastator and I have, what's that boy's name? Mendosaur. So yeah, I just need to get a complete Bruticus when he comes out. We'll have a whole bunch of combiners that don't fit on my shelves. So need more shelves. I need a bigger house to fit all these toys in. That about wraps up our Easter toy hunt. It was fun to film and I hope it was fun for you to watch. I'm gonna try to make more videos more consistently, at least as the year goes on. I know I've, what have you done here? I know I've kind of been slacking, but the last one was a couple months ago. But I'm gonna be trying to make videos more consistently in the coming months, so stay tuned. I've got some pretty interesting things coming up. I actually bought a shoebox full of Studio Series figures for a really good price about 2 months ago, and I've completely forgotten what figures are in that box. So we're gonna see. It'll be a surprise for me and you, so stay tuned. I'll hopefully be filming that probably next weekend when I have some time. Appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.